In this video, my fears have been put to bed once and for all. Join me. Roll titles. Well, hi YouTube, Brian James at Micro Four Thirds Guy with you once again, and this is a little update video to the problems I had with my G9 Mark I last year about excessive noise. Now, I said that the story was probably finished, but the story's gone on because I had a job to do, and I'll tell you some of the background to it. Since the problems I had with the G9 Mark II, every time I've done professional work since, I've shied away from taking it. I've been taking the EM1 Mark II out in preference to the G9 because I had lots of noise problems. I thought I cured them by doing a full power off reset and leaving it for a while for the whole system to discharge, which seemed to work. But I never got the confidence back. It's strange how one little break in your confidence can really wreck what you do for a long time afterwards. So I've done 2 or 3 paid shoots since then, 2 or 3 shoots for other people since then. And every time I've reached for the Olympus, but this time I didn't. I had a party to do indoors in a restaurant with fairly poor lighting, and I decided this time I was going to go along with the Lumix G9 Mark I. I did have an advantage with this time though. I was using strobes. Speed lights. I was using the Godox V1, the round-headed Godox V1, which I've got a little review to do with that very, very soon. Suffice to say, I like it. Before I even do the review, I do like that light. But I went out with the G9 Mark I and the Godox, and I was shooting all TTL. As I say, the conditions weren't terrific inside, insofar as it's fairly big rooms with low ceilings. Very few white painted walls for bounce flash without putting the colour cast on. That was a bit of an issue for me. But also a lot of places which the sides would be in deep shadow or deep darkness rather than the main part where the light was going to reach. And I knew this was going to be an issue, but I thought I was just going to take the plunge and see if I could get it done. Now, I can't show you in the photographs because the photographs belong to the client. Suffice to say though, the photographs were absolutely incredibly clean, and from that point of view I thought that the camera really performs extremely well, and it was a great relief because when you are doing a job for a third party, you want the results to be spot on, you want the results to be really, really good, and anything which impedes those results being the best they can is something which is going to either damage your reputation or damage your earning potential from it if it's a paid job. But no, I did about 350, 400 shots at this party using the Godox V1 as my only light source. It was all on top of the camera, mainly using it bounced, and quite a lot of time I was bouncing slightly behind me to get a good soft light forward. And of course, when you do that, that takes an awful lot of the power away. So the dark parts where it's too far away really do become dark. And I found that just by letting the camera do what it needed to on TTL, the results were absolutely fabulous. By zooming in and looking at the noise was almost non-existent. Now I did have the camera on about an ISO 800 for most of this, but remember I was still getting some problems at about ISO 800 previously. So this, just to put the story to bed once and for all, the G9 was absolutely fabulous. So if you do have problems with the G9 with noise, where you think you shouldn't do, give it a power off, leave it overnight with the battery out, with everything switched off. I took the memory cards out too, and that totally cured the camera for me, and it is back to my go-to camera for commercial work. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. But before I go, a quick mention to all these wonderful people, my Patreon patrons, who keep this channel going. Without them, I'd be lost. So thank you to all them. And if you'd like to buy me a one-off assistance with the channel, like buy a coffee or do a super thanks, there's a link below in the description, or you'll see the super thanks just underneath this video. But until the next time, keep on taking your camera out, keep on having fun with your photos. Bye-bye.